He's a TikTok sensation, man, over 200,000 followers. Instagram, he is booming with over 300,000 followers. And most importantly, a fan of the greatest college basketball program of all time. Y'all may know him as the young ref. I know him as Big Jerm, Mr. Jeremy Barnes, baby. What's going on, dog?
Someone told me you on the Chiefs payroll. Is that true?
That is false. They say, let's stay in contact. We want to see if we can incorporate you. And me, I'm thinking, huh? Like, that's a big deal. Like,
yeah, man, it's a couple of bandwagons. I think it was the sorority girls when they started posting and they Travis Kelce. I think that's when I started getting mad, dog. I'm like, y'all don't even know who y'all wearing, dog.
They left this big, 15-yard run. And it's not even Chiefs Cup. So I'm sick. Not everybody can be on the Chiefs payroll. That Hunt family money.
How did the Chiefs get dragged into this?
Nah, we gonna make it about the Chiefs as much as we can, bro. We know what black magic is going on.
And I'm not saying you was a bad kid or you was disrespectful.
I was kind of being an asshole, I'm not gonna lie, but
I was just like, whatever. So I was shooting at the free throw line, and I was like, dude, I didn't even touch you. He goes, I know, but shut up. I'm shooting this free throw right now. I gotta lock you in. And then it's the free throw.
And recently, dog, you had a big thing
They don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette.
What's going on, man? Welcome to another episode of One with the Flow podcast. I'm your co-host, Jordan Flowers, aka J Flow. And I'm here with my co-host, Jared Williams, the king of STL. Man, what's going on today, dog?
Hello, world. I'm mad as hell today. I just want y'all to know that. I'm mad as hell. Don't got a lot to say.
And it's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse because it's going to get worse, man. We got he's a great guy. He's my guy. We got a very special guest in the building, but he's a part of the worst fan base in the world. We'll get to that a little bit later, but man, I'm really, really blessed to have this guy in. Before we bring him to the frame, let me give you some of his accolades. Well, he's a TikTok sensation, man, over 200,000 followers. Instagram, he is booming with over 300,000 followers. Alum of the University of Central Missouri. You know what it is, man. Mules, and most importantly, a fan of the greatest college basketball program of all time, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Great day to be a Tar Heel, man. Welcome to the pod. Y'all may know him as the young ref. I know him as Big Jerm, Mr. Jeremy Barnes, baby. What's going on, dog?
Hey, introduction of the century. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate it, big dog. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And man, we want to say thank you for, we know you got going on, but we blessed to have you on. But, speaking about, let's get into it, man. Speaking about the TikTok thing, man, we got a lot going on with content creation, and it's kind of shaky, but I wanted to ask you, just being in that space and just, in general, with all that's going on with TikTok maybe being banned, with the sale being up in the air, what is like your kind of thoughts on things, your feelings about a potential ban on TikTok and the financial implications that it could have on content creators who have get a good income from content creation?
Yeah, I think it's super unfortunate. A lot of people rely on that to, feed their kids, pay their bills and stuff like that. But I am a firm believer of everything happens for a reason. I know that, whatever happens, we as a society and we as, everybody in general will find a way and make it happen. It's really unfortunate. I'm glad to see that it's back for the time being. Hopefully it stays because, I've seen people say that they make $30,000 a month from TikTok, and to just have that taken away is detrimental. Yeah, I don't know. Me personally, I don't make that, but I've seen people say that, and I just don't know where you can just go and just find another place to pick that up and just keep that ball rolling. It's super unfortunate, and I hope that it stays. But it's really unfortunate. But I have been moving to different platforms like Instagram. I am a little bit bigger on Instagram. I'm starting to drop YouTube videos, and I've been posting a lot more on Snapchat. So we just adjusting and surviving.
Someone told me you on the Chiefs payroll. Is that true?
That is false. I'm dead. Nah. So my family we are season ticket holders for the Chiefs. My dad, he's been a season ticket holder for over 20 years. He's been there since before I was born. Stopped, picked it back up I think a year or two right before Mahomes got signed to the Chiefs, and then we've been to every single game. So every single home game that's been lit, I've been there.
You see, he's trying to solidify his fandom. I get it.
Yeah. So all of the bandwagon allegations out the window.
All right, man.
You
I'll
know
let it go
what?
today. I'm still sick.
Yeah, let it. No, we can't. Man, I'm still sick about that, man. Like and he knows, Jeremy knows I'm a big Chiefs hater, and it's crazy because I wasn't even a big Chiefs hater until I got to UCM, and obviously that's right next to Kansas City. And I don't even think it's y'all because there's a couple that I will say is good diehard Chiefs fan. I'll throw you in there. I'll throw Andrew in there, and that's about it. Like if you outside of that, man, yeah, man, it's a couple of bandwagons. I think it was the sorority girls when they started posting and they Travis Kelce. I think that's when I started getting mad, dog. I'm like, y'all don't even know who y'all wearing, dog.
Hey, when Taylor Swift joined Tish Kingdom, it up,
ruined it.
And look, we got more room if y'all want to, come on. We are welcome with open arms.
Absolutely not.
I can't lie. I'm Packers till I die, man. I'm sorry. I can't rock with y'all over there. Y'all some cheaters. You on the payroll. Have the NFL referees on the payroll. Like, y'all got some shit.
So, Jared, who is your team?
I'm a Packers fan, man.
Packers, and Jordan, you a Jets fan, right?
The Jets fan, man. JETS, baby. You know what it is.
Yeah,
you know what it is.
Y'all going through some struggles that we went through before the Mahomes era right now. So
I'm sick right now, man. I'm a Packers fan. I'm a Lamar stan. I'm in hell right now. I'm in hell right now.
Yeah, man. That game yesterday I was watching it and I thought Mark Andrews was gonna catch that 2-point, but man, it's just things happen like that, man. But I don't blame that game on Mark Andrews at all. Like Lamar said, it's a team effort. They all made mistakes.
For sure. I'm gonna let you know, like, I'm up here in the Maryland area, right? So I'm right about 45 minutes away from Baltimore. And the things that these fans is going through right now, these Raven fans, oh my God. Like the comments is diabolical, dog.
But the thing is that like him making that catch, it wasn't to win the game. So it's not like they was gonna win it. So like that would put him in a better position. But that's not the reason why they lost.
No, but my thing is even still is like, okay. He dropped it, but also that fumble was nasty. Like, come on, bro. Like at that moment, like you ain't never tried to juke. But my thing is this, and never in Mark Andrews' career has he ever tried to put a juke move on nobody. Right. And all of a sudden you trying to do all this stuff. You fumble, but then even still, like, okay, they don't get it. Where they is, you don't get the onside. If you get a stop at some point, you got one timeout. You just need to stop a run, make a few things. Maybe some say they let this big 15-yard run. And it's not even James Cook. So I'm sick. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, not everybody can be on the Chiefs payroll. That Hunt family money's gone.
How did the Chiefs get dragged into this?
Nah, we gonna make it about the Chiefs as much as we can, bro. We know what black magic is going on around there. But we gonna get back to you, man. You got a lot going on, bro. And recently, dog, you had a big thing going on, man. You were, recently you entered into some sort of with Under Armour, and you were invited to the Under Armour All-American football game and events a few weeks back. So I just wanted you to talk a little bit about that experience. That's a huge, huge honor, I know, for somebody that's, been in the game and the content creation, and then to have that invitation alone. So I just wanted you to speak to us about that experience, and then being around some of the top athletes and influence in the country. What was it like to be around them? And did it give you that, damn, man, kind of like a validation moment of I really have made it big time in a sense?
Yeah, so it's funny because you said that something big happened to me, and my wife's in the chat. She said, I thought he was gonna say you got married.
Hey, Madison. Hey, Madison, I got you. Madison, I got you coming up. Madison, I got you coming up. I ain't forget about you, Madison. It's all love.
She keeping that energy.
In the script.
Hey, I rock with it. Hey, I rock with it.
Madison, you coming up.
I did get married. I did get married last May. But yeah, man, the Under Armour event, it was fire. So they reached out to me because they saw that I wear their shoes when I referee. Mm-hmm. And I get a bunch of DMs, but this one came through a partnership category, and I had never seen that before. So I looked at it. I saw that the lady had a verified check mark. And I mean, nowadays you can pay for it. So I didn't know because I have a verified tab, so you can see stuff like that. But I was like, let me see what she's talking about. So I clicked on it, and then it said PR Under Armour. And she was like, hey, we like that. Thank you for wearing our shoes. Do you want us to let us send you out a care package? So I was like, sure, why not? Let's do it. So they sent me and my wife out a box, like 3 or 4 boxes of clothes before we even got to the talking about the Under Armour.
Oh, that's love.
That's love. So they gave us that, and then after that, they said, let's stay in contact. We want to see if we can incorporate you into our Under Armour America event. And then me, I'm thinking, huh? Like, that's a big deal. Like, that's fire. Like, definitely. All my friends and everybody in high school, like, we dreamed of going to that event. So for them to want me to come out there, that was special. So they told me that they wanted me to get out there. They wanted me to referee the game and everything. So I was pumped. I was hyped. So we get out there, and then I'm the players. They didn't recognize me at first. So I didn't, I'm humble. I know that I'm still growing. I don't expect people to, just like, oh my God, it's him, blah, blah. So I'm just doing my thing and whatnot. Right. And a couple players actually recognized me. Mm-hmm. So we get out there, and we in Orlando, Florida to kick off New Year's, man. And it was a phenomenal event. Got to meet a bunch of the top athletes. The number 1 wide receiver in the nation, Decorian Moore, the one that just caught that one-handed pass in the Polynesian.
That was tough.
That was tough. You got people like
a
couple players going to Mizzou, a couple players going to Kansas, and nobody going to North Carolina though, which was unfortunate. So, but I still got.
We gonna talk to Bill.
We got a bunch of other people though, and also the dude that my boy that's going to Alabama for quarterback out there. But we ended up getting out there, and a couple of days before the event, I got a little cold feet, and they asked me. They was like, "Hey, do you still want to referee, or do you kind of want to be more on the social media side?" And I was like, "Well, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, so I didn't really feel comfortable refereeing when I got out there. So I ended up just taking a step to the side and just following the referees around and just doing like my kind of social media thing. Mm-hmm. So I took this year as like a learning experience and wanted to come back again eventually in the next coming years to see, because I just want to see how things go. Right. I didn't want to get out there and start throwing flags, which I wasn't going to do anyway. Yeah. But got out there and had the time of my life, man.
That's what's up. Yeah. So I guess like kind of where I'm at with it is like, how the hell did you get into want to be like, I'm shooting content to rep? Like, what's your influence in that? Because like, I feel like in a society now where everybody wants to create content, it's a dope avenue to get in, but I feel like everybody falls under that same umbrella of doing the same things. Mm-hmm. But like what you do is so unique, but also like you made it funny because like it's so many people that be like, man, I hate a ref, or like screw a ref, like I don't mess with them. But like you make people almost like refs or be like, what going on in a ref head? So I guess what is your influence behind all that?
Yeah, so I'm glad you said that because there's been a bunch of people that have been like trying to get me to push the narrative. So my whole thing is I'm trying to get more people to sign up to be an official. So we do have a shortage of official in youth sports. We don't really have a shortage in college or the NFL for that matter. So there's a bunch of games being canceled and stuff like that, rescheduled. So my job is I feel like my purpose in life is to get more people to sign up to referee. Yeah. So any way that I can do that is how I'm going to do it. So I didn't think that it was going to take off like this. I just said, you know what? I'm going to mic myself up. There's no rules against it. I'm going to mic myself up. I'm going to go out there, just be me. And then if people like it, they like it. If not, they don't. But I'm going to try to take a different route. And people see my videos, they like it. It blew up. People start to recognize me. And then that's when I can get into they're like, oh, why are you doing this? And I'd be like, well, sign up. That was the whole initiative behind that. The past couple of years, I have had to switch in and out of crews because the older officials are starting to retire, and it's not a lot of young people getting into it. So I'm trying to encourage the young kids to even in starting in high school, get into flag football and then work your way up to middle school tackle and work your way up to varsity and then work your way up to college or NFL if you want to.
Yeah. I still got people in my little league refs.
See,
it's a couple refs that's always going to be up there with, man, for sure.
Yeah. But you got that.
Let's stick with that point though.
Yeah.
But let's stick to that point, man, because again, your whole brand is about inspiring. And if somebody watches your videos, like I think you have a consistent kind of block about, it's funny, but it's very educational and it's also very inspirational, right? And for you, again, one of your goals is recruitment. Like that's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? It's not so rigid. These people are people. They could be funny. It can, you know what I'm saying? So for you, in terms of wanting to recruit the next generation to want and to be able to go into officiating, what's kind of been the biggest hurdles? Why do you think there is a shortage? And what for you in terms of your perspective, how can that change? What are some of the barriers that we are able to kind of help with to get more people interested in officiating?
Yeah, I believe, unfortunately to say this, it has a lot to do with the fans and people screaming and yelling at the refs. And, I mean, it is a part of the game, but you have to remember we are human at the end of the day, and we do have a job. If you do anything to kind of mess up with that job, you could potentially go to jail depending on what level you're at, and you could get fired when you get caught, if you get caught. So it's really not worth it. A lot of people think that, the refs are biased and stuff like that. And then also it's just not a lot of people want to do youth sports. A lot of people just want to jump straight into college or straight into varsity high school or straight into the, big leagues. But you got to baby steps to get to that level. So I feel like, and also a lot of people just are scared to get out there. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to deal with. A lot of people want to yell at the refs, but nobody wants to get yelled at.
Exactly.
So yeah, exactly. So I feel like that has a big part to deal with it too. It's just, people are afraid to get out there and step in those shoes because they know that it is a hard job and it's not easy.
Yeah, it's almost like kind of playing quarterback or center, where it's like everybody thinks they can snap a ball or throw a ball, so they got to do it and they mess it up. Then it's like,
yeah,
you in that weird like limbo. But like, kind of picking off of like what Jordan said, like, how do you think? Do you feel like there should be some type of accountability with refs? Because I'm sorry, bro, like some of these calls I see in college games or NFL games, NBA, like these calls are bad. And like I get you're in fast time, so you're not gonna see everything. But it's like even yesterday, I saw the game. Like Keon Coleman obviously pushed Tre'Davious White, but they call that a defensive pass interference. Like, how do you come on, like, is there accountability? Like, should it be like? I feel like some of them things like it don't make sense.
Right. Yeah. So actually, it's funny you say that. So we are held accountable. I know more so at the college level, college and up, we get graded on each call. So I did college last year. I want to shout out to my boy Brandon Bear. You know who that is, Jordan.
That's my dog right there.
He actually put my name in a room where I wasn't in and got me to referee college last year for the first time. So shout out to Brandon Bear and Alex Ferrara.
That's dope.
Who was my white hat in college. And when I got to the college level, I learned a tremendous amount. Even though it was NAIA, you can't knock it. It's the next level, regardless. And so what we do is we get graded on every single foul, every single flag that we throw, and every single situation that we should have thrown a flag that we didn't throw a flag, or we could have. So we are held accountable. It's just not put into the public eye. And I also have, I had a phone call the other day. I actually met the ref that was in Waterboy out in Orlando, and I met.
That's dope.
Yeah. So that was fire. That was a surprise. I met him, and a guy that is close connected with him. He reached out to me and is trying to get me out the floor for a different event. But I was on the phone with him for about an hour the other day, and he was telling me about it was a game. I don't know if it was Texas, Georgia. It was some game where the officials made a pass interference call. And the game
Texas, Georgia.
Yep. Yeah.
I think it was when the game went to a commercial break, and then it came back and they were like, "Oh wait, as a matter of fact, that isn't a pass interference call." And then I guess people went crazy over it. Those referees actually got suspended for a couple games. So
they should.
Yeah. So you are held accountable. It's just not pushed to the public eye.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. That makes a little sense. That makes a little sense.
He feel a little bit better now, man. But
yeah,
it is. I'm glad you were able to talk about that though, because I think for us, I've obviously got the referee shirt on because I actually have ref youth sports. I actually enjoy it. I think it's really fun. I do it. Junior Johnson actually. Yeah, Junior. So his dad is a ref, and then so his dad put me on. So I've been doing it for a couple years. I think it's really dope. It could be very intense. There's been a couple times that I had to hand out some texts. I had to eject people. It hurt my heart because I talk a lot of shit, and I used to be that kid. And I'm like, damn, bro. And so I wanted to ask you, like, you were an athlete. You know what I'm saying? So you were an athlete in college. So now being on the other side of that, like, how do you feel like, or was you that person that like chastised the ref? I surely was, bro. I gave the refs hard time every time I was on the floor, bro. Or if I was on football, I made sure that I was kind of being an asshole, I'm not gonna lie, but like now that you see it from a different perspective, like what is kind of your whole, like, you got it from both angles now. What do you kind of see it as in terms of like, damn, now that I'm a ref, I wish I wasn't this kid growing up. Do you have that feeling?
No, not at all. So I started when I was like 12 or 13, actually refereeing, but officially I signed up at 15. And it actually,
oh damn, that's young.
I encourage a lot of people to do it because it instills, and I'm not saying you was a bad kid or you was disrespectful, but it instills a lot of
I was.
It is
Hey, you ain't gotta get it's cool. It's cool, bro.
What was a minute out here?
It instills a lot
it's all good.
It instills a lot of necessary principles in you as a kid, that a lot of valuable lessons. It teaches you that, you know, no matter what, you always going to be 50-50. You're always going to make somebody upset with your call. It teaches you to be patient. It teaches you that, you know, don't let nobody get up under your skin. People can sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, is what I like to say. And at the end of the day, you know, you the man. So whenever I actually was refereeing when I was younger, it taught me to be more patient with the referees and a more understanding. So I never, when I was playing, like yelled at a referee. Now there was one call, I will say. One call. It was at the William Jewell tournament. The kid went up for a layup, and I literally jumped straight up, and the kid like went around me, and I didn't touch him at all. And the referee called a foul, and I still didn't get upset with him because I mean, you know, they moving, they see, they call him what they think they see and what they do see. So I was just like whatever. So dude was shooting at the free throw line, and I was like, dude, I didn't even touch you. He goes, I know, but shut up. I'm shooting this free throw right now. I gotta lock you in. And then he missed the free throw.
And ball don't lie, dog. Ball don't lie.
But no, I was
Hey.
with the refs, and most of the refs knew me because my dad had been in the game for so long. So all the refs, I mean, mostly all the refs in the Kansas City area know me now. So that played a big factor too.
Man, no, that's what's up.
Sure.
So I guess like kind of where I'm at with all the content stuff, is there like somebody, a particular creator that like you, I guess you could say influences a little bit like how your style of content, how you operate? Is there somebody that you look towards that be like, okay, I like how they move?
Honestly, I don't want to sound self-centered or conceited, but no, I hadn't seen anybody do what I do. I just said I'm gonna just go and do it. Now once I started posting, some stuff started coming out, like some other referees had been doing it before I was doing it, that I noticed that I went to their page and showed some love. But there's nobody that I just want to be like, I'm gonna go out and do it how they do it. I just do it, and if people like me, people like me. If they don't, they don't. But people haven't seemed to like it. But there is a couple of refs out there. There's a female ref. I forgot where she's refereeing that, but she does it. I think she went viral on showing people, telling people about a gather step and stuff like that. Then there's also another bald-headed referee that's doing basketball named Ref Rob. Ref Rob, he's out there going viral now too. So he's out in, I think he's in Chicago or something. So there are a couple more people out there doing it, but nobody that I particularly look up to. I just do whatever comes to mind. None of my stuff is scripted. I just go out there, mic myself up, and whatever happens, happens.
Right. And that's not being conceited, bro. Like at the end of the day, like I think it shows something in trying to be unique and trying to like bring something different to the realm. Cause like I say, like, okay, let's say you want to do basketball content or whatever. That's dope. But then it's also like, how can you do something different that somebody already didn't do?
Yeah.
Like you need that little twist of somebody that's kind of like going to switch up the game to where now you're going to see more and more people wanting to do this or wanting to get mic'd up in these situations where like you created a niche, and that's super, super hard to do.
Yeah, and it's a little touchy subject too, because you know, as much as you know we want to mic up and do it, it is a professional job at the end of the day, and you have to get permission to do it, because you don't want to mess it up with the state, you don't want to mess it up with the schools, and you also don't want people out there thinking that you only out there just for content. You know, we're trying to show the different side of interaction from the referees and the players, but we also want you to see that we are taking the job serious. So that is a big part of it as well.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, I want to switch it up a little bit, man. One of the things that we talk about a lot on this channel is a sense of community and having a team around you. And I'm doing this because I don't want her to kill me, man. So shout out to your wife, Madison. You know, it's all love over here.
Shout out to the camera
I
wife.
did have you in the script. Yeah. But like you said, like that's the person behind the camera. You know, that's the person that is shooting and, you know, doing all those things and making sure that she's around to make sure that your dream and your collective dream is coming true. So talk about, you know, her role in creating the brand of the Young Ref, and how cool is it to have your life partner with you along this ride?
Yeah, so it's been fun, man. She's been there for me since day one. Didn't hesitate when I said, yo, what if I mic myself up? And she, you know, we went through different options. She actually, the camera that I'm using right now is the camera that we use to record videos. She's been a big blessing, man. And it's funny that you say it's my dream. It's really our dream because she's a photographer as well. So she hadn't gotten to the videography side of things. So that's kind of like branching out on her own a little bit and working her way through learning how to do videography. But she already had the camera. So this is like 2 and 2 together. So she's loving watching me go out there and do things. Normally she would be at home on Friday nights whenever I'm refereeing, but now she's out on the field, and now she's part of the brotherhood that I have with the referees. And you know, she's got cheerleaders, moms, principals walking up to her on the sideline, telling them like how beautiful it is to see that the wife is out there supporting the husband. Yeah. And you know, it's just been a big blessing. I can't thank her enough.
Y'all fulfilling each other's dreams, and I feel like that's big.
Absolutely.
And that's a part of like supporting a relationship where you got to find ways to where like y'all are filling each other's cups in some type of ways. Where like this isn't just you; it's a team effort, and that's a part of marriage, especially that. So I guess kind of going into that, what's it like being young and married? Because at the end of the day, I feel like as you grow, like I'm in my mid-20s, all of us are in our mid-20s, where a lot of ways you're still finding yourselves in a lot of ways. But if you know that's your person, and you want to be with that person. But how do you also do that knowing that like you still got growth in you that you're still trying to fulfill?
I mean, I feel like that's just a part of life. Life is never ending growth. So I feel like once you, like you said, once you know, I fall in love with her. I feel like I fall in love with her. I don't mean to get cheesy and all corny and stuff.
Are you good?
No, go ahead and do it, brother. Go ahead and do it,
bro. It'll be moments like it'll be something simple. Like somebody will ask, because she's in medical sales, so somebody will ask something about a medicine that they're taking, and she just knows it. And it's just the fact that she's just so smart on different subjects, that's what makes me fall in love with her. Right. And the fact that she's always there for me. She's always, if I'm sick, if I'm doing anything like that, she's always there. And it's vice versa. She needs me, I'm always there for her too. As a matter of fact, the first Chiefs Super Bowl that we won.
Here we go. Hey, I'm out, bro.
The first Chiefs Super Bowl that we won. No, yeah. Not a lot of people know this story. This is the first.
Bob, we listening, brother.
So the first Chiefs Super Bowl that we won, she ended up unfortunately having a surgery, and she was recovering, and she got out of surgery the day of the Super Bowl parade. And instead of going to the parade, I stayed back and helped her. So I mean, it's just stuff like that, man. You know, even though we are young, we know that we for each other and that we love each other. We'll do anything that it takes to, push us forward, not only each other, but us together forward.
Right. That's big.
That's so dope, man.
Important. It's like,
honestly, definitely important, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. No. Yeah.
And it's also fire because out there on the field, she figured out that she can plug a headset into the camera, so she can hear everything I'm saying while I'm on the field. So if I need her like move or anything, she can move and do that too as well.
I felt that in my heart. You saying that, man? That's love.
Yeah,
that's real love.
Yeah, she did. Now she's a diamond in the rough for sure. I found her. I think we were together for 3 years before I proposed, and my dad looked at me and was like, "What are you waiting on?" And I was like, "You know what? You're right. Let's go ahead and lock this in. This game for sure."
Really, man.
That's cool because I was even there, like the inception of y'all even getting, like I was around during that time. This is before I had left UCM, obviously, but it was like, and I was telling Jared, because we were obviously having back and forth. I was telling him a little bit about your personality and all that stuff. And I was like, man, if it was like a pairing in terms of like personality types and just good people coming together, it was y'all two. Like, it was really, really cool to see how that came about. And then just knowing again, y'all have if you know Jeremy on a personal level, he is a very goofy person. Madison is the same way, like very just free, same exact way. So like y'all coming together was like, that makes the most sense like ever. So I'm really, really happy to see that and how that's kind of what's the name. And I think like Jared was saying, like y'all are growing together, like separately, y'all have your own separate lives, right? But also when y'all come together, it's like this sense of like, we're doing this and we're trying to grow as individuals, but again, we're also collectively growing as a couple. And I think when you have these moments of like, even the small moments, like I remember seeing on your Snapchat, like I pick up small stuff, like you forgetting like your jersey or your pants and she running and coming and grabbing and like to give you that stuff, like certain things like that, like just small intimate moments, but like, damn, this is my person. We still waiting on mine. But if you got some tips or if you got some names, he do.
I'm gonna shut up.
He
I'm gonna
did some
shut up.
E-dates. Hey, chill out. I'm chilling out, man. Hey, listen, I might have to hop on one of them E-dates, bro. We gonna have to. Nah, just playing. I did them for a while.
I'm definitely gonna have to do another one.
Oh, man.
E-dates.
What y'all talking about?
Tell him a little bit about that, bro. I think it was funny.
So in the Twitch world, really in the social in the streaming world, they got this thing called E-dates, and I host E-dates every now and then. So what I'll do is I'll either have one guy or one girl, and then if it's the guy, I'll have 10 different girls compete for the one guy, or if it's a girl, I'll have different guys compete for the one girl. So it'll be me and the girl on camera. I'll take myself out. I'll drag a guy into the call. They'll have 1 minute it's like a speed date for the first round, 1 minute to talk to each other. And then she'll talk to all the guys that way. And then after that, I'll drag all the guys into one call with the girl. And then she'll ask a question to all 10 guys. And then based off their answers, she'll start eliminating one by one. And then get down to the last one. And then the last one's the winner.
Oh, shit. We need to get BJ on that shit.
It's fire.
Hey, bro. He'll kill you when he see this recorded, bro. He'll kill you when he see this recorded.
Hey, I'm trying to get my dog right, man. Trying to get him right.
Hey, he got the biggest selling point, bro. NFL player, dog. He was 6'7". Yeah, he got a lot of good qualities, man.
They'll line up to get on that E-date.
Oh yeah, he a little lighter complected, bro. They love him a little light complected boy. Like he good, like he chill.
And he can cook, bro. We about to sell my boy. He gonna edit this out. Watch.
Get my boy right.
But I do want to go back to like the social media side. That's kind of like the whole overarching theme. And with us, obviously we've been doing this for a couple of years, and we're going on to this new adventure with a new podcast. And but there is some like misconceptions and myths about this social media space, especially when you kind of blow up. I want you to talk about some of like the myths as you kind of grown in your space and become more recognizable. What are some of the things that you didn't know and you kind of came into more knowledge about as you kind of been in bigger spaces and been in bigger rooms regarding some of these opportunities you've gotten because of social media? And then just talk about some of the misconceptions and myths about people that have a large following on social media.
Yeah. So I will say that I always thought that, if my friends didn't share my videos, that I wasn't getting love, or that like nobody supported me or anything like that. But really, I start to see, and I look at the analytics. And this is why I don't do promos on my stories. I can post something, but that doesn't mean that people are going to click on it and watch it. I can post something, but that doesn't mean that people are going to like what I post. A lot of the times, and people, somebody told me this. They said a stranger is going to make you rich. Yeah, strangers are going to make you grow on social media. I mean, yes, it's nice to have your friends post and everything, but you're not going to get 300,000 likes from your friend. You're going to get 300,000 likes from strangers. Right. So people grab on to what they like to see and what catches their eye. It's nice to have, your friend post something, but if you look for me to post something for you thinking that it's going to gain traction, that's not necessarily going to be the case 100% of the time. And that's why I don't do promos. I don't want to fill my stories up with stuff, just random stuff like that, selling people's clothes and everything like that. I try to keep all my stuff as authentic as possible. Another thing that I realized is growing on social media, you want to you want quality over quantity.
Yes.
You want whatever you post to be worth something that people can watch. And you also want to engage with the post. So comments, big. My wife told me that whenever I first started posting on TikTok, comment on every single comment on every single thing, post it on your story, post it on different platforms, figure out what time to post. Me personally, I post Monday, Wednesday. I used to do this whenever I was in season. Now I kind of do it whenever I can, but I used to post Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11:30.
Yeah.
It's kind of around lunchtime. And my analytics showed me, that most people are on their phone around 6:00. And then one day I posted around 6:00 and it didn't get no traction. But every time I posted on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I was getting traction. So those are the times that I post. You want to be consistent, and you also want to engage in your posts. And that's and depending on what you have and people are liking it. That's how I feel like if somebody wanting to blow up and get a lot of more followers, that's what you got to do it.
And I've noticed in the game where like I've been dealing with social media for like a few years now, where I feel like it's kind of shifting a little bit to where you see that people appreciate authenticity, that people just unapologetically just being themselves, doing what they want to do. Because even what you said about posting promos, you can tell if somebody's a walking billboard. And there's one thing about billboards and like ads and things like that. Like I get tired of commercials on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you really think like I want to see like an influencer or even an athlete posting 12, 13 promos and things like that. Yeah, you getting paid, good for you, but like you don't want that on your feed 24/7. But like if you see a guy doing them or like a girl being herself or anything, like you are more retaining to that because it's a little bit more relatable. Because especially nowadays in society, you see so much of everybody got their own opinion, but then it's like, if you don't agree with my opinion, fuck you. And I feel like that's the stupidest thing. Right. And that's real, because like that's the stupidest thing that you could do, where like if you just you and you being you, people also just like, okay, he's just still trying to figure it out. Like you being a ref and you posting your content, people like, all right, he blowing up, he doing his thing, but he just like me. He goes through his day-to-day, he got his routine in the morning. Yeah, and people appreciate that. And I feel that's why guys like you are doing the things that you do, because obviously you put the work in every single day, but it's easy. If somebody wanted to be a ref, they can go do that sign-up sheet. And if they really put the work in and follow that game plan, they can be the next Destroying or the next AJ Green, any of these guys. But it comes down to what the key word is also work. You got to put the work in.
Yeah, you gotta put in the work. You gotta have that niche. Like you said, you got to stand out from the next person, because there's a million people out here trying to do content. What separates your content from the next person? And you also got to have a team behind you. Like I said, you got to have, like my wife, I send my videos to a friend group, and they always give me critiques on like what music I should put in the background, or how I can different ways to add the clips back and forth. And then I also signed to a management team now, Jeremi Representation. One of my boys, Jalen James, he's also a big content creator. He put me on with them, and now they do all my outsource and reaching and trying to land brand deals for me. So I mean, it takes a village. So you're not just doing this on your own. Even though you are putting in the hard work, it takes people that surround you that want you to uplift and do better as well.
Man, giving us the gems today, boy.
Yeah, for sure. And like you were saying, like in terms of like we were just having this conversation a couple of days ago. Obviously we building our brand and stuff like that. I don't think people realize, and I didn't realize until I got into the game, of like in terms of like editing videos and like making graphics, like the amount of time that takes, dog. So I wanted to ask you, bro, like I know you edit your own videos. Like tell us about that process. How do you come to some agreement like, oh, I'm not gonna use this clip, I'm gonna use this clip? And how long do it really take you? Because it take us a good amount of minutes, not just the longer pieces of content, it's the short ones that take a long time as well. So how do you go about that process?
Hours, man. It takes, I mean, like you just kind of got to have an eye for it. I mean, there's no right or wrong way of doing it, because I could post something a certain way and it could blow up. I could post something else and it could blow up. It's just kind of, having your eye to do it. I started editing videos in high school. In high school, I used to do, this was kind of, you remember the crew slide?
That's some Kansas City shit, bro.
No. It wasn't. So there's this dance thing called a cruise slide, and it was Sheila, Michi,
yeah.
Like they was all doing the cruise slide.
Okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Dez and Austin, we was doing the cruise slide in high school, and we would have somebody record, and I would just edit the video. So that's kind of how I got into my editing space. And once I started doing it, and I've been editing all the way up. I've been editing videos on Vine. I was editing videos on TikTok, and then all the way up till now. It still takes me hours to do it, but it doesn't take me as long because I kind of know what I'm thinking about and what I'm looking towards. But I would stay up till like 3, 4 in the morning editing videos because my turnaround time was super quick. I would referee the game on Friday and have the first video up by Monday. And I was just grinding, man. And it took me about 6 months to get to the point where no, less than 6 months. I started in September, October, November, December. 4 months actually. God dog. 4 months, and just recently at Under Armour, I hired my first videographer, AJ. I think his last name is Salas. AJ25 on Instagram. 25. I don't know why I said fire, but he actually edited all of my videos out at Under Armour. So he recorded and did the Under Armour.
Oh, that's dope.
I got to fly my wife out there, and she got to relax and
just have fun
while he did all the work. So
that's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up, man. And it's crazy even just hearing you say like the amount of effort it takes and like that team effort, because like even like Jordan said, bro, it's almost like us. We're in the podcast space, obviously, but it's still content where like it's truly like starting up a small business where like them little details are really gonna affect your larger outcome. And it's so crazy where like I was even watching the other podcast not too long ago. Shout out to the Pivot podcast where like Shannon was straight up like it be them days that you don't want to do it. That's the most important. Where like where it's like after a long day from work, I go to the gym, I'm chilling out where I'm like, damn, I really got to do this shit right now.
Yeah.
We got to
like you don't want to.
No, you don't. Yeah, my job right now. So I work for Stryker Medical, and I fix hospital beds, the ER.
You be going through it too.
I'll be going through it, dog. I mean, so I fix them. So I'm on the road driving and whatnot all day, every day, fixing stuff. So I get back home and then I go and referee on Fridays, and then I got to get it out by that Monday. So like you said, you'll come home from a long day of work and you'll have to edit a video, and I'll just sit there and be like, man, I got a social life to maintain. I got a relationship to maintain. I got my mental health to maintain. Religion to maintain. I got all this different stuff, and it's like I have to get this done. And it took some sacrifice for those first 3-4 months because I just head down and just went to work. And now hopefully I can get to the point where I don't have to edit any of my videos anymore. That's what I want to get to. By the grace of God, because man, it takes a lot to edit those videos.
Hell yeah. I'm acid that, so never ask.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness, man. That's why we got a team. That's why we got a team, bro. Like they know me, man. I love doing business. I love writing. Writing is my thing. I can set everything up. I love production. I don't like videography. Like all that is not my thing. But obviously we talk about like I have to always have my hand in everything, knowing how everything works. So in case somebody can't do this, or BJ got $1.5 million jobs to do, and he might not be able to edit this for us. So I know I got to know how to do that as well. But yeah, it take a lot of work, dog. And until I got into this space, I was like, bro, it can't be that hard, dog. It don't take that long. And I got here, I was like, I don't want to do this shit no more.
Yeah, not only do you have to figure out the software that you're using in order to edit the videos, you got to think about. You'll have 2 to 3 hours worth of footage. Okay, how can I knock this down to 15 seconds to where people want to watch it? Or how can I knock this down to a minute to where I can catch somebody's attention for a whole minute? And it's like 2 hours worth of footage all the way down to that. Come on, dog. Yeah, it's a lot,
man.
So
you're doing your thing, man.
But you're doing it.
Yeah, but it's easier said, people will try to. I hate how people try to say that content creation is not a real job. But it is. It is.
Hey,
it is.
Man, I think, and people are really ignorant to it because I'm also like, I bet, like you say you got a lot to say, build your own platform and do it, see what it's like. And then it's like, when people don't really understand, like you said, that work that really put into that. Because like even like kind of what he was saying, like, bro, just to even like right now, we're in the position where like just trying to figure out the logo. We've been talking about this logo for I feel like 2 months now. Where it's just like you would think someone could just make it and post it, but like it's some little details that like that could really make it or break it for us, bro. Where like you have to put them thought process in that. So I guess kind of doing that. Where my question is like, what is your outlet to really get you in the space to where like you can mentally just kind of calm down, being your own like relaxed state? Like, what do you like to do on your own?
Are you talking about just like outside of social media, outside
of social media, outside of like when you're done with work, you don't like your day?
You know, really, as weird as it's gonna sound, just talking mess with the boys, getting on the game, just talking as crazy to them as I can, talking about any and everything on the mic with them, and really, this is gonna sound so cheesy, dog. But really,
this is the second time, by the way.
Yeah, man, you on a roll, dog. You might as well keep it going, man.
This is the second time, big dog. This is your second time. We gonna
He's a lover boy.
Nah, let it go.
He's a lover boy.
Let it go, bro.
My wife, she really likes. She doesn't like the fancy dinners or anything like that. Well, she's cool. I asked her what she wanted to eat for Valentine's Day. She said, "Let's go to Chick-fil-A." Like that's the type of girl that's the type of woman she is. Really just laying on the couch watching Netflix with her, just laying in her arms, dog. That's really nothing better than that to me. I mean, once I have all my work done, once I have everything finished for the day, there's nothing better than turning off the light, turning on the candle, turning on a lamp by the TV, having the dog right next to you, and just laying down watching TV.
Right. That's what's up, man.
That's dope.
That's what's up. That's big.
That's definitely what's up, man. Well, man, we are very, very thankful. And I'm about to get cheesy because you are one of the first contestants on the Jordan Flowers segment where we give our guests their flowers. I think that's really, really important. I think particularly when it comes to your friends, I don't think we do that enough in terms of congratulating them and letting them know. You kind of like we wait till it's too late, or not even too late, but wait till everybody blows up. And then it's like, damn, bro, I seen this on a what's name, but we kind of needed the support on the way up, not more so when we already made it. And I think for you, man, it's been really, really cool to see your personality blossom and people kind of get attached to that, because this is who you've been all the time. This is like nothing new for anybody that's known you, bro. This is something that you do on a day-to-day basis. It's not like you, it's very authentic, and it's not like you coming into character. So it's been really cool to see your ascension and to see you not get into a space where, you know, when you blow up, most people go off and just start doing things that ain't really true to their character or their morals. And I haven't seen that from you. And I think that's really been, you know, dope, especially as a person that's in the content creation space. And our whole brand is about authenticity. So I want to tell you, man, you are doing a hell of a job, bro. Your wife, your whole team, bro. It was when I said it was very well deserved for you to have all the accolades that you have and where you're wanting to go. I think that's been destined for somebody like you, and you just being true to yourself. I think those people will always win. So I just want to give you your flowers, man. It's been really, really dope to see you continue to be yourself and to get congratulated for being yourself. There's no feeling like that when you know this is just who I am and people love that. Like, that's a dope feeling.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
And although I think you lied about being on that payroll and all whatnot, the only thing I kind of have just to kind of wrap this up with them cheaters on the other side of the state, because I'm from St. Louis, so like
okay.
So like the so like my part of it is like I see all these Red Kingdom shit in my state, my city, man, but like they all former Rams fans, so like they lying. Like, the only question I have is, man, do y'all realistically think y'all are 3-peating?
I mean, so me being a Chiefs fan for life, again, let me reiterate that I'm always second guessing the Chiefs. Okay, the first three Super Bowls we got there, I'm like, we ain't gonna win it, and I'm looking at the TV like this.
Right.
I'm like, did we win? Yeah. So I mean, I think it'll be a good game against the Bills. You know, if the Bills do go on and win, they are definitely deserving of it because they haven't won against us yet in the playoffs. But if we do end up beating the Bills and go to the championship, either the Commanders or the Eagles, good luck. even though my even though my manager / agent, he is the CEO of the Raymond representation. He is an Eagles fan. Good luck.
Man, I don't see them winning, dog.
Like,
I don't see them winning,
like
but yeah, for sure, man. We're very thankful. I don't think it will happen. It won't happen. It ain't gonna happen. I'm a bet against them.
Growing up, I didn't even think that I would see one Super Bowl. I would just joke. There's a dude named Graham Know that he would tweet out or like either put on Facebook or tweet out, "Oh, this is the year the Chiefs win the Super Bowl." We would just do stuff like that just to be funny. But the fact that it happened and then to go back to back a couple years later, it's like, and then to even be in the position to three-peat, it's just, it doesn't feel real. It's crazy as a Chiefs fan.
Y'all gonna answer one day. That's all I'm
saying. but the tables always turn, man. You know, I'm enjoying it right now because you never know when it's going to die down. I think Travis Kelce is towards the end of his career, but I think Blake Bell is up and coming. I think you know, Clark Hunt and everybody, Brett Veach, they doing a bunch of, you know, recruiting, doing a good job. I know a couple people that's on the recruiting team for the Chiefs. They doing an amazing job. So I think, you know, it's always ever evolving. But there will be a time when we do go back. And if you look at the Patriots right now, they were dominant with Tom Brady, but now they're not doing so good. So there will be a time when we go back to being a regular Chiefs player. So I'm enjoying it while we can.
And I'm hating, but like at the same time, though, like I love what they're doing for the city of Kansas City. Like Kansas City, like 15 years ago is not what it is.
No, it's growing. It's growing tremendously.
So
it's growing.
I'm big on, especially from Missouri. Like you want to see that. Like you want to see booming, businesses growing, people thriving and living. So I support it. It's just this cheating scandal gonna be beautiful to watch.
30 for 30. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be executive producing it, dog. And I'm gonna be executive producing, man, for sure. And you spoke to something, bro. As we close this out, you spoke to there will become a time. I've been living in this time for 14 years, dog. I ain't seen a playoff in 14 years, dog.
Give it up. 14. Give it up. Tell me to give it up. Like, I'm done.
Yeah, no. That should tell you about my morals and my standards, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a ride or die, man. I thought Aaron Rodgers was going. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna talk about him. I'm not.
We can go back to the messages We can go back to the messages I sent you on that. I said, "Oh, you think this is your king?"
Oh, y'all know that Interstellar moment where Tom Cruise he hitting the glass and saying no. Like an Interstellar, bro. That's how I felt about picking my team, bro. Like just being a Jets fan it's been horrible, man. But before we get up out of here, is one more question I want to ask you. We want to leave our audience with something to take away, and we know that we have a younger core audience. Ours is about 25 to 35, and you being in that range, we want to leave them with something that they could take away from you. So, what is a piece of advice for not even just an up and coming content creator, but anybody that's looking to be in a space where they're looking to navigate life. They're having questions about their love life, whatever the case may be. You have a knowledge about a lot of good things that's going on with you. What is something that you would tell somebody that's looking for guidance or looking for some type of hope and or inspiration to do what they're doing? What would you say to them?
I would say pray. I would say pray. I would say I don't go to church every Sunday, but I still do keep the faith and I still do pray. That relationship with whoever it is very special. I think that being yourself, not trying to be like somebody else, not trying to step outside of your comfort zone, because like you said, authenticity, people can peep that. Just having faith, man. I have a tattoo on me. As a matter of fact, I had a friend that unfortunately passed away. I think it was sometime last year, and as a matter of fact, it's sitting right here. I went to her vigil. And we got, I don't know what these are, but they're little thick pocket angels. And I still have doubt every day, but I never lose faith. I still question because we're human, but I never lose faith. And in this pocket angel that we got from her, it says, "Faith does not make things easy; it makes them possible." And I got it tattooed on my leg because that's what I live by. So, you know, every day is not going to be a sunshiny day. It's going to be some rainy days. You always want to save for the rainy days. But I think that at the end of the day, keeping faith will take you a long way. And so, like I said, it doesn't make it easy, but it does make it possible.
Yeah, that's big, man.
It's a bar. That's a bar. That ain't nothing.
Got it tattooed on me.
That ain't nothing.
Changed the whole mood
of
it,
man. I know, man. But that was a beautiful way to end this, man. We want to thank you, Jeremy, for taking time out of your day, man. It's been really, really cool. And I think this is it's been a blessing for us and, you know, what we got going on. So we appreciate you again. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Going with the Flow podcast with your boy Jordan and Jerry Williams, man. Yo, we got all J's in here, dog. We got all J's in here. And my boy Jeremy. My boy Jeremy, man. Thank you again.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Don't even know what the problem is. It's me.